Hi, I'm David Guller for Irishmuscle, and today we are at the vitamin shop Galway with our special guest, big Jaroslav Almasi, who just came down to us from Dublin. Thanks very much, Jaroslav, for coming. Hope you had a safe trip, and how are you, man?
I'm very good.
Thanks very much, Jaroslav. No doubt, the last year, 2013, you was one of these discovery Irish bodybuilder in the stage. No doubt, one of the biggest bodybuilder. You just started your road to the first victory at the Spring for the Spring Classic. That was your first show. I remember that show very well because I was the one of the judge, and remember that one big fella, you know, in the first timers class. You was one of the biggest one, and definitely one of the biggest at this all over competition.
Yes.
Could you tell us something about your preparation for that competition? Did anyone helping you? How was your diet? How did you found it?
Well, my diet, actually I started my diet straight after New Year, so my preparation was quite long. I mean, I was dieting until Spring Classic till it was 16 weeks, I think. And my preparation was kind of tough, you know, because I have a hard job, you know. I work in, I working in Lidl, and I lifting cases all day, you know, so it's a tough job. And after the job, I went to the gym. I was training 6 times a day, 6 times a week. And, you know, before work, I usually awake about 4:30 doing 1 hour cardio, you know, then going to work, after work training again, you know. Even the weekends I was training twice a day, morning and the evening, so it was very tough. But thank God I got a very good shape, and it was worth it, you mean, because I win the first timers, but I was very nervous. Even my father came over, and my mother-in-law, yeah, see me on the stage, so I was,
You was enjoying, you know.
Oh, really, yeah.
And really enjoy your first place.
Oh.
And then after a week or 2 weeks, you was competing on the second show. This time at the novice class at NABA. It was very funny story about your first place there, because and the final announcement, they actually didn't call your name. Yeah, I heard. Could you tell us something about that?
Yeah, actually, I was in first call out. You mean 3 times? You mean I nearly fell off on the stage, like, because I was exhausted. You mean I couldn't catch a breath. And after everything, I was, oh, I'm top 3. I was, you know, so happy. And when they announced, like, you mean, results, you mean, my name was like first on the last place, you know, 8th place taking. I was really angry with it, you know, so I packed up my things and I was driving back home. Do you mean? And on the way, I look at my phone. I had about 20 missed calls. I said, "What's wrong?" Do you mean? They give me last place and they ring me back, like, do you mean? So I pick up the phone. Do you mean? And I can read. Yeah, it was my friend I was training with, Adam, and he rang me. Do you mean? Yeah, come back. Do you mean they made a mistake? You came second finally, so you got a trophy.
I have to say it was a big mistake from 8th to first place.
So I was like, all right, so driving back, you know, so I got a trophy and everything. So when they apologized, you mean, we made a mistake, we're sorry for that, but
finally you placed first, and you could enjoy this evening. And the last show at the Spring for you was Mr. Cork show.
Yeah.
I have to say that was one of the very well organized show by Paul. Fair play to him for organizing that show, and you was competing as well at the novice class.
Yeah.
You won that show, and without doubt, you know, you was one of the best. Right, but what I want to asking you, right, because it was the clear winner this class. It was the biggest one. You had the very good conditioning, good balance, but the week or 2 weeks later, it was a European championship, right?
Yeah.
Did you think about to have a try? Because after those 3 first places, you know, I'm sure it was something in your head.
Well, not really, no, not for European aid, you know. It was just 3 first show, and I didn't have anybody behind, you know. Okay. I didn't know any.
You was prepping yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, I didn't know, you mean, in the business, you mean, how it worked, like, you mean. So I was actually happy out. I finished the, like, sprint like that, you mean, two ones, 1 second place, I was very happy, you know.
Yeah.
I was actually looking forward to the nationals and, you mean,
That's right.
autumn shows.
So after all of those phenomenal victory in the spring, after 6 months you decided to step up at the stage against the best bodybuilders in this country, and you back at the Mr. Island show. You were competing at the class 1 against the James Conway, which actually this day Jamie was phenomenal condition.
Yeah,
was outstanding. He was competing also against the famous, and I think he was a bit out of the shape that time. You know, what's happened between those spring and the nationals, or maybe that was just too early for you competing against the seniors?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe my diet was too short because I was on dieting for 10 weeks, you know, compared to Spring Classic, I was doing 14, and maybe I feel too much, I mean, I'm too good, you know, so I don't know.
I think that was
but I think the worst thing was I got overcarb, like, you mean.
All right.
I was like balloon, you know, on the stage. I lose because about 3 days, you mean, when I was carb bleeding in June, I was very well ripped, even my legs, everything. And on the show, I was even the 10. I was like, I don't know, something happened. And I don't think the NABA was organized very well. You mean, we were waiting outside, you know, they like, you mean, and I was waiting about 6 hours inside. Jaro, until I get on the stage, and I was dehydrated, you know, and whole stuff, and like, I was kind of, you know, depressed and everything, you know.
So no doubt that was like just some new experience.
Yeah, but anyway, exactly as you said, it was a great experience, you know, competing with the best and the biggest guy in the country, just in first year of started competing, so.
Yeah, and 2 weeks later, you were competing at the Fitness Extravaganza show. In the biggest challenge that time for you was Józef Podolski, the overall winner from 2010. You were second at the. You placed second, isn't it? Yeah. Could you tell us about this show a bit?
Yeah, I think. This show was actually 2 weeks after the NABA show, and after that show I really put into work. I was training weights twice a day, you know, even the cardio I was doing twice a day at the morning and after the second workout. So I dropped the carbs very low, so I got a way better shape, and it was worth it. Like, I get second, and one of the judges actually after the show told me I didn't have enough 10, you know. So I was like, man, and he said, you're great physique, but you need to get like more hardness and more 10 for next time, and you'll be like very good.
Yeah, I remember you at this the show, and as you said, you know, it was a better condition regards compared to the NABA 2 weeks before, and week after was RIBBF. That was the biggest definitely show in the country. It was a national championship, and once again you step on the stage, and you were competed against once again the best guys in the country, and the right Mr. Ward, famous, who actually you know, placed also the second at NABA, and he won this show. Józef Podolski once again, and I think once again you didn't place. You know, what's happened?
Maybe same thing as NABA, like, you mean, I got overcarbed. That's the way.
That's all. And but
because the same thing, like, you mean, before show when I was carbly bleeding, I was looking good, but then when I was carbing off, like, you mean, I kind of changed compared to Spring Classic. You mean, on Spring Classic I had a plan. You mean, I was carbing every 2 hours, 100 grams, you know, and I keep it for until the show.
Right.
And I drink a little water, and this time I didn't drink water at all. You mean, I was carbing a lot. You mean, first day I was carbing like kind of easy, but another 2 days I was like eating everything. You mean, whole time I get hungry, you know.
Yeah.
And it's maybe I think this caused my shape, like, I was kind of big but bulky, out of the shape, like.
So all over in 2013, you were competed 6 times.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you got that experience. You learned a lot as well. So I'm sure you have a plan for this year. I'm sure you have some New Year resolution as well.
Yeah, of course,
so
like everybody.
So what's happened with you? What was happened with you between these nationals until now? And could you tell us about your plan for the next competition?
I want to skip spring competition now. I wanna do for Ireland Classic Europe in September, and I definitely will do nationals in Ireland, and might do NABA as well. We'll see. Depend on dates will be on, like. And now actually I want to start bulking like season until mid of summer, and we'll start preparation for the contest. So that's the plan.
That's the plan. Is any particular muscle group would you like to improve? Anything good with your physique condition? Definitely, you have a good frame. You have a good size. Is there anything else? What would you like to improve it?
Well, I wanna get bigger chest, like the size, like mass, and more quality on my legs. And actually, I want to work mostly on quality, on separation of muscles, than on size, because I grew him anyway. Anything I do him, I
it's
grow
not a
him,
problem
so
for you to get a size.
It's very easy, like
just
that.
conditioning and
conditioning.
contest prep.
That's what I want to work for all year, like
That's right. Jaroslav, it was a pleasure to talk with you, and it was really nice to chat with you. And guys, stay tuned and take care.